Well, hello good people, I'm Dmitry, and the past few weeks we've seen important gaming audio launches like the GSP-670, Sennheiser's first wireless gaming headset. I would consider that to be like a semi-successful launch, and then the Logitech G Pro X. And the cool thing about this product is their integration, their first integration with Blue microphones with the introduction of Blue voice functionality in the software. But many of you, once you heard the sound sample,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the microphone test, which seems to be a really important part for Logitech and its integration with Blue Voice.
and many of you were like, not impressed with the microphone quality, and we've received so many comments to check out the Cooler Master MH751 and 752. By the way, the naming scheme MH Master headset, but 751, what do these numbers mean? I would consider this to be like the sleeper gaming headset because we've done ads on this thing and I've been using it in the background, but I did not realize just how good the microphone quality is, just how good the audio quality is for the price point. And for the past 3 weeks, this headset has been on sale for $59, which is incredible value. And if you add the $20 premium, you get the MH752, which is an exactly the same headset and exactly the same microphone, but includes the USB sound dongle for surround sound. So up until now, my gaming headset recommendation under $100 has always been the GSP-300 from Sennheiser, with a fantastic microphone, great isolation, and really good sound quality for a gaming headset. But for budget consumers, the $59 price point, guys, the MH751 is really good. Now, I will say the headset is based on a Takstar Pro 82 headphone, which is highly regarded as a good pair for under $100. And the fact that Cooler Master is able to put in a microphone in here, and sure, there is no baseboard adjustment like on the Takstar Pro 82, but the fact that the microphone is beating out so many other headsets for such a low price point is impressive. So let's take a look after this. Today's sponsor is pretty exciting because I've actually been using their services for the past 4 years, on and off when I'm traveling and stuff, to stay protected. NordVPN. No way do I upload anything without NordVPN in public spaces. No way do I receive any NDA information in public spaces without enabling NordVPN first. The leaks are not coming from us. With our promo code HWCYT, you get to save 75% off at nordvpn.com/HWCYT. Plus, you get an additional month free. With NordVPN, your online footprint is protected and encrypted. They have servers in over 60 countries. You simply select which country you want to connect to on iOS, Android, PC, Mac, whatever. Their 24/7 customer support is good, and so far I've been really happy with them. No complaints on my end, and you get to save 75% off with our HWCYT promo code. Check out the link below. Thanks so much. Alright, so outside of really good value at $59 for the stereo version, what else does this headset bring to the table? So number one, I would consider to be my third most comfortable gaming headset that I have in my entire collection. The first one would be the Game 1 or the PC37X, which is open back, and the clamping force is perfect. The velour earpads, I can wear this thing for literally the entire day without any problem. Number two would be the closed GSP-300. Again, the earpads are fantastic, nice clamping force, really good isolation as well. And then I would consider the MH751 to be in the third place. So first, they're incredibly lightweight at 280 grams. The clamping force, I would say, is just right, but some might consider to be too loose based on like other gaming headsets that really seal everything in there and allow nothing to escape. Here, the clamping force is actually quite light. I find it to be really enjoyable. For a smaller head, like with some jerky head movement, the headset might fall off, but I would say for most heads, this would be just fine. And the size extensions are quite long. Look at this, reaching all the way to my jawline. So for larger heads, this headset would be not a problem. The ear cushions are foam, and we have nice thick layer of padding on the actual driver wall. So if your ears do go beyond the ear padding and make contact with that surface, it will still be comfortable and not some tiny layer of fabric like we would find on the Pro X, for example. Like I could feel the plastic right there, but with the MH751, it is nicely padded. The ear cups swivel 90 degrees, so you can leave them on your neck like so without removing the cable. The cable, by the way, is removable with a nice secure twist mechanism, and so is the microphone. And while Cooler Master is really pushing this towards a gaming market, I love the low profile nature and the discreet all black design. You can 100% wear these outdoors and nobody would think this is a gaming headset. Now for the $79/$89 price point for the MH752, depending on your retailer, the USB sound card is actually pretty handy. handy. So you can adjust the volume on here, you can mic mute, you can also adjust the gain on the microphone itself, which is great because it is quite sensitive, so lowering it is quite good. And the 7.1 surround sound toggle, it doesn't completely destroy the audio, and I feel like it actually pushes the mid-range slightly forward instead of enlarging the audio space, so I feel like the sound stage is slightly better when the 7.1 surround sound toggle is disabled. But still, it's a very powerful sound card, so pretty good for notebook users or maybe for PCs that don't have good onboard audio. And for the $20 premium is not too bad. And especially now you can pick up the MH752 for almost the same price as the 751 in some regions. So perhaps go for the MH752 instead of the 751. Man, the model name. The only real complaint I have is with the cable. Since it's braided, anything it touches, it sends that cable noise directly into your ear cup. So it could be touching something by my belt, but I'm hearing it right over here, and it is just unpleasant. For example, the GSP-300 has a rubber cable, and anything that happens on it right now is not audible. Unless something happens actually beside the ear cup, like right here, then it's audible, but otherwise can't hear it, which is nice. While the cable on G Pro X is slightly thinner, it's also braided, but cabled noise, anything over here is not audible, again, unless something is directly interacting within the cable in this area. And because the clamping force is so light, any heat accumulation inside the ear cup or on the surface of the ear cups will not be as significant as with something like the Pro X that has a much better seal, but heat accumulation on that pair is much more. I've worn these for 2 hours today in my room without the window open. Normally I would feel the hotness and the sweat on other pairs, but not here. All right, so let's move on to the microphone test. And this is why so many people recommend this headset. This is what you get for $59. This is the most natural sounding, value-oriented gaming headset that I've ever heard. There is no processing, no compression, with not too much bass in my vocals. It's like, it just sounds really good. But the downfall is there's no noise cancellation, of course, since it's not digital, and therefore it will pick up all the keyboard strokes, anything in the ambient environment, and that's just the nature of something that doesn't have those noise compression characteristics. What you listen to now is that recorded with the G Pro X headset, the latest from Logitech. This is a $99 pair, and I can sense there's some form of compression happening. I don't know if it's happening on a higher end or on the lower end, but it just doesn't sound as natural as the Cooler Master pair. Next up is the GSP-300, also a $99 headset, and this is the one that I recommend for that price point. There is a bit of sound compression happening with my voice. It still sounds natural, a little bit of nice bass character. It does sound quite similar to the Pro X, so let me know between the two which one sounds best to you. And finally, we have the PC37X, a more expensive $129 pair, which is based on the Game 1 series, and I would consider that to be the benchmark of like good quality microphones that are not crazy expensive on the gaming headset. This one's sound quite natural with nice bass pickup too. So let me know between the four microphones which one sounded the best to your ears. And then of course the thing that completes this headset is the sound quality. The signature on this one is quite flat across the entire range, but also balanced. So bass is present, but I would say it's flatter than most of the gaming headsets. Actually quite similar to the bass resonance on the PC37X in terms of like you can feel it as the depth, but you don't feel it rumbling, which is perfectly fine for my own listening. I hate when it's rumbling and disturbing other frequencies in the entire range. So this might appear flat to you, but it's actually quite balanced. The mid-range is appropriately placed to create a bit of depth and staging, while the high-end is super smooth without any fatiguing elements. The cool thing I found with this pair is that if I turn up the volume, everything is brought up almost equally versus on the Pro X, because it's a much brighter sound, so like a slightly sharper high end, which I prefer. But if I'm listening to a really loud volume, then it might become a bit too harsh and I have to reduce the volume, but then I lose a bit on the bass. While on the MH751, it's kind of, it doesn't have that property. It's almost like everything is brought up equally and flat, which is nice. I will say that I do enjoy a brighter sound, so a slightly more emphasized high end, but with these, the smoothness of everything and being able to turn up the volume to my preferred high end and that sparkle that I get without really killing the mid-range and without overemphasizing the bass has been a really pleasant experience, which I was not expecting to be honest, from Cooler Master. And for $59, this is an absolute winner. Clamping force is not too tight, comfort level is on point, nice ear cushions, fantastic microphone that beats many headsets that are much higher priced, and audio quality, it's almost like reference style delivery that I'm personally fine with. Plus the fact you can wear these outdoors, unlike the GSP 300, which is a better gaming headset overall for the $99 price point, but these seem to have better value as an overall package. I will also mention the sale price of $59 or $69 for the stereo edition is quite important because the original MSRP is $90, and that is when we're approaching it like, it's not really worth it, but for $59, yes. And one more reminder, if you're looking for a VPN currently, check out NordVPN using our promo code HWCYT to save 75% off and keep all your online activities secure and encrypted. All right, so thanks again for commenting and making sure that we do cover this pair. Let me know if you have anything else in the back of your mind that we should cover. I'm Dmitry, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video.